What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Ace of Hearts, and today I wanted to talk about the Phoenix Suns. I wanted to break down and ask myself and y'all if y'all think that they are for real. They've had a great season start, and I just wanted to break it down to y'all and let y'all know what they're good at, what they're bad at, their supporting cast, and all that different type of stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. First, we're going to be talking about Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and CP3. Chris Paul is averaging 13 points per game, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, on 43% shooting from the field, 29% from 3, and 97% from the free throw line. I knew when they picked him up during the offseason that it was a shoo-in that they were going to be better with him. I really don't see any compromise with him coming to the team other than the fact that he's shooting below 30% from 3, but I'm sure he'll fix that. It's only been 11 games. He brings in a veteran presence and makes their offense so much cleaner and smoother and more efficient because of his passing. Devin Booker is Devin Booker, as we all know. He's averaging 23 a game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, on 49% shooting from the field, 35% from 3, and 81% from the free throw line. I mean, we all know what Devin Booker's about. I don't really have to go too deep into him. But I want to talk about DeAndre Ayton. He's averaging 13 a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists, 57% from the field, 25% from 3, and 64% from the free throw line. Now, DeAndre Ayton, for a number 1 pick, these aren't the numbers that you would want to see, but nonetheless, they are still productive numbers. A double-double with almost 60% from the field is still productive, and he provides great interior presence for their team. He's doing really well, and he's fitting in his role nicely. Next, I wanted to talk about the Phoenix Suns supporting cast. Now, Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Dario Saric, and Jay Crowder are all pinnacle pieces on the Suns roster. Mikal Bridges is averaging 15, 5, and 1 on 50% from the field, 45% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. That man is almost averaging a 50-40-90, and he plays really good defense. I can't remember if he's starting or not. Hopefully he is. He's probably starting at the small forward position. This is one of the best pieces that they got. They traded for him on draft night. I believe it was 2 seasons ago. He got drafted by Philly, and they traded for him. Got Dario Saric, I believe, as well for him. So, yeah, great piece, great two-way player. Next, we got Cameron Johnson, who kind of is the same, kind of fits in the same role as Mikal Bridges. He's just a little bit younger with less experience. He's averaging 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, on 47% shooting from the field, 38% from the three-point line, and 86% from the free throw line. Like I said, he's a 6'8" sniper. He fits in the same category as Mikal Bridges. He lacks on the defensive end, but he's probably the better or more versatile scorer, whereas Mikal Bridges is just a 3-point shooter, or majority a 3-point shooter. Cameron Johnson is the more well-rounded scorer. Next, we have Dario Saric. Dario Saric is averaging 10, 4 rebounds, and assists, on 45% from the field, 36% from 3, and 92% from the free throw line. Dario Saric has been one of the better power forwards in our league for a while now. He's just he played behind Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid on the Sixers, so his name isn't really brought up that much. And he played a little while in Minnesota, so he's not really well known, but he is still a very productive player. The percentage splits are amazing. I feel like he just needs to fit in more with the system, and he'll be even better. But as of right now, he's contributing 10 points on any team at any level is production. So yeah, that's Dario Saric for y'all. And then we have Jay Crowder. We all know Jay Crowder is the journeyman, the two-way journeyman. He's averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists on 40% from the field, 35% from 3, and 86% from the line. Jay Crowder is a 6'6" two-way. He was just in the finals last season on the Heat. Brings a veteran presence, leadership, a bit of grit to him as well. and he can shoot the three, and he can defend the other team's best player. So that was a really good pickup. And if you look at the supporting cast of the Suns and you look at Devin Booker, DeAndre, and CP3, you will realize that the Suns have 7 players averaging over 10 points per game, which is crazy, which a lot of teams wish that they had, but they don't. They're a very deep team, and there's more players that I didn't mention, like Cameron Payne. I forgot his name, but I think he played for West Virginia. I can't remember his name. He's a point guard. And yeah, like this team is very productive. Shout out to Monty Williams. I believe that's the coach's name. He's been doing a great job with all the pieces that he got in the offseason and the pieces that were already there. So yeah, that's the Phoenix Suns supporting cast. Next, I wanted to talk about the Phoenix Suns team stats. In the traditional stats, they're second in free throw percentage, 8th in assists, and 3rd in least amount of turnovers committed per game. In the advanced stats category, they are 10th in offensive rating, 8th in net rating, 4th in assist percentage, 2nd in assist to turnover, and 3rd in assist ratio, and 4th in turnover percentage. For the opponent category, they are 2nd in opponent assists, 2nd in opponent steals, 5th in opponent blocks, and 7th in plus minus. And for the defense, they're 4th in opponent points off turnovers and 6th in opponent points overall. They're 7-4, which is I believe 3rd in the Western Conference, 3rd or 4th in the Western Conference right now. And they have notable wins against Dallas, Utah, Denver, and Toronto, and Indiana, which are all I think they're all above 500 except for Toronto. But even though Toronto's struggling, I still consider them a notable team to beat just because of their experience. So yeah, they've beaten 5 of the best teams in the NBA. Their team is really, really, really productive on offense. So yeah, those are their team stats. Lastly, I wanted to do a quick takeaway. They're pros. They have an efficient enough offense. It's not anything crazy, but it's not below league average. It's a little above average. They take care of the ball really well. They get players involved, and they take high percentage shots, and they're a great free throw shooting team, which is really good for closing out games, which is probably why they've won most of their games, because I believe their margin of their point margin in their wins is like 6. So that's all from closing out on free throws. Their cons are their lack of experience. The whole team's pretty much young except for Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. I say sustainability because Phoenix has a history over the past 3 seasons of starting off really good but just falling off in the end. We're only 11 games into a 72-game season, so I question their sustainability just based off the past. Even though DeAndre Ayton is on the team does lack rebounding. I believe they're 28th in the league in rebounding, and they're bottom 10 in steals and blocks. So they're not really. I mean, steals and blocks are a shallow stat, but you still shouldn't be 28th in that category. And another problem that they have is that they foul a lot. So their defense isn't really that efficient. They average 21 fouls a game. And if you don't know, in the NBA, you only need 5 fouls a quarter to be in the bonus. So the teams that if theoretically speaking, if we were to put the 21 fouls that they average a game into all of their games, every team would be in the bonus every single quarter, at least one time. So they need to work on that, just making their defense more efficient, rotating better. But all in all, I feel like the Phoenix Suns are in a really good position. I honestly wasn't expecting them to come out the gate this hot. Do I think they'll make the playoffs? They might be a 7 or 8 seed at max. I mean, the West is tough this year. You got Golden State, LA, both LA teams, Portland, Houston, even Utah, Denver. Like the West is stacked. So if they do make the playoffs, it'll be a 7th or 8th seed at best. They'll probably get bounced out in the first round. That's just me being honest. But they're headed in the right. They're headed in the right direction. They have a really good young team. They play really efficient ball movement type of offense, which is nice to see in today's NBA. It's not a lot of flash. It's just a lot of really good passes, pick and roll, motion cuts, and stuff like that. Stuff of that nature. The Suns look really good right now. Hopefully they can make a breakout season, and Devin Booker can increase his status as a young talent. It's been your boy Ace of Hearts, and peace.